mythology, you know? Still, doing things in specific order is logical, like this one.
You have already
Okay, it didn't give me the title. So if we split, you have to decide. Yes. So you better get lucky with your preferences, so to speak. Still, vote. I'm basically gonna be a tiebreaker, simple as, because I cannot do two things simultaneously, you know? I certainly cannot split. Klace and Taylor. Unfortunate, huh? You both are really unfortunate boys. I'm so sorry for you. But we're doing Klace.
experience heart-to-heart fragment.
Yep.
Klace 2.
Yes, let's do Klace first. First Klace, then Taylor. Wow. It is something I was actually looking for. That was the plan. We even coordinated it via WhatsApp. Oh, did you? Oh, you sneaky buggers. Nice one. I feel like this place is basically my second home. I've been here so much lately, and yet I keep coming back. But just like Dante, this time it was for one-on-one meeting. And not just with anybody, but the newest addition to our group. He specifically requested it too. Somehow I found that kind of flattering. When I think about it, he approaches me at the nightclub too. Maybe just like he said, lost and clueless, but together. With everything going on, that seems to fit my mindset more and more. So much up in the air, I just wish a few things would start to land. Even if they didn't stick that landing, at least I could stop worrying. I make my way to the table Klace is sitting at. He looks very unassuming. A couple heads turn in his direction, but I don't think people recognized him.
Hey Delta, you know this time I'm not actually hungover. Might be a good time to try something different.
Well, are you gonna make us breakfast this time like a proper one, instead of being hangover and sleepy? He strikes a thinking pose as he goes over to menu.
I'm a lot of those gummies too. When I have them, I eat everything in a 20-kilometer radius. It's both good and bad though. Gotta watch that waistline.
I mean, you do gotta watch it, holy hell. Don't have so many, and you also gotta look out for freaking, what you call him? Mental repercussions. Don't get addicted to it, man. It's bad for you. He takes a big sip of the ice water in front of him.
It's one of the many things I'm contractually obligated to do. You know, the work never stops, even when you think it does. Hiatus? It's basically nothing more than a glorified formality.
Alright, that's incredibly sad and I'm sorry for you. And wow, having to keep your waist line in a very specific shape just because of the contract? Boy, he got a kind of annoying life. So the industry control his body in addition to his personal life. The most normal friend group ever. The leader of Cypher, a best-selling author who goes by Dante, an enormously big streamer, an international pop star, and the first zero of history to enter a city. And some weird guy who has no work and just kind of vibes with everyone. And closes his eyes and just vibes with music. Alright, enough vibing. And visits a therapist. Yes, everyone visits a therapist. Everything about what he's been telling me just seems awful. He shakes his head like he's stopping an incoming rant.
I invited you here because I wanted to apologize. I still feel really bad for that conversation we had at the nightclub.
I think it was a good conversation.
I guess I'll just start to say whatever comes to mind.
I never understood this, to be honest. I never had this thing happen to me. It's like I drink, right? But no, I don't suffer mental repercussions. I just suffer physical repercussions. I basically just cannot walk properly, but thinking-wise, I just think straight. I never understood it. It's weird.
Wait, really? Well, you do owe me some info in return. Now that I think about it, I talked about myself an awful lot, but it actually felt like you were listening, so I appreciate that.
Alright, I already told you I'm on open book when I'm drunk. Well, you did say that, and to be honest, if you're an open book, you gotta be careful on what page you turn, because holy hell, you're gonna freaking incriminate yourself about some things if you say too much, you know? Like how much you sometimes like to drink. Oh boy. I would also incriminate myself if I would drunk talk a lot, but thankfully I don't. Man, imagine going up to your friend and just saying, hey, I suck a lot, you know? And then suddenly the awkward silence is like, why did you tell that to me? Why in the world did you freaking tell that to me of all freaking people? You know? That's awful. Imagine it like the diary you hid from your parents. Definitely stuff you would like to tell others. Ooh, you don't want to tell that to anyone, right? He flips the pages of the journal that rests in front of him. Oh my god, he got you. He got you. He got you as a diary. Oh my god. We're gonna read freaking Jupiter Fox's diary. Let's go. Oh boy. You're gonna get so freaking worried right now, right? I'm sorry for teasing like that. His diary has other contents. Other ones? What kind of other contents? Is it related to minor major by any chance? I wish I could play it, to be honest, but I'm guessing I won't be able to, considering it's really not safe for work. Although, that'd be a spoiler. Okay, alright, don't spoil me then. Well, you can spoil me on Patreon when I make freaking, I don't know, what you call him. I'll try to... Actually, that's a good idea now that I think about it. After gaining some more popularity, you know, I could start a Patreon, and one of the contents there could be like a videos or something of Major Minor and playing it there, you know? It's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing, all things considered, but why not? It must be his diary, a place to vent all his vows.
It was better than writing it down in here.
Oh, it is way better.
That's just some advice from my old manager, though. Never vent to another person. They're walking gossip machines. He didn't even want me to keep notes in my phone. Just this
I
time.
take offense to that. I'm not a walking gossip machine. By the way, hey, guys. You're all cute, you know that, right? That's the best gossip out there, you know? You all are freaking cute. Remember that. And treat yourselves well. But I can still tell you what the content of Klace's diary are. And that already gives away that we... Alright, I see. Sounds like something was overly cautious. But I guess it was for the best, given how in spotlight he is. I choose not to speak, letting him continue talking about himself.
He's not my manager anymore, I guess. Passed away a while back.
Oh.
Tour. They just gave me a new one, like he didn't even matter.
Well, it sounds awful, to be honest. Did you get bonded to him, though?
Guess I don't really matter either. When I'm gone, another idol will step right up. It's like a machine. It just keeps going, despite you.
True, but like... It's a really pessimistic way of thinking about it. Like, I understand the sentiment towards it. It is incredibly sad, because the world will just go on after we die, right? But we gotta make the most of it. Right here and right now. And I'm making most of it myself. Being a freaking furry on the internet. Having a freaking fox... Fox 3D model while I'm Floppa, right? I'm a freaking caracal. And I'm a fox. Such a predicament, huh? He looks off to the side like he's sad and ashamed. Right after apologizing, he already backs to talking about work. It's kinda obvious actually, we got famous pop stars who always has to play happy and energetic and who trades a few months of alone time for decades of songs, pretty much. I can kind of understand. He knows little else for his entire life. He flips through the pages of his diary, directing my attention towards it. I didn't mean to snoop. The motion just drew the attention of my eyes. I can see a sketch, a happy family standing next to a car. They all had names drawn beside them, but the page moved far too fast. All I could make out was that one of their names starts with W. W? Okay. That's his name. Wait, the name of Klace's name? Or manager's name? I quickly look back at Klace as he continues to talk. Klace, oh my
Thank
god.
I was emancipated. I wasn't old enough to sign my initial contracts, so we did it for me.
Alright.
Honestly, it was the closest thing I ever had to something normal.
I guess that's kind of nice.
They kept bugging me, saying I had to sign new contracts of my own. I managed to negotiate this hiatus, so I could have some time off.
This is alright.
So I could grieve. I just wanted time away. A breath of fresh air can change almost anything, especially when you're locked inside all the time.
It really can, right?
This life is brand new for me, just like it is for you, Delta.
There aren't many names with a W in front in English. There is Wallace. There's William. There is dang it. I forgot the name. But yeah, Wallace and William are two first names that come up to my mind. He places his hand on top of mine.
That's why I feel like we have something special.
Oh.
Even if it's just a lingering feeling that'll slowly fade away. You may get to keep this life, but for me, it's just a glimpse.
Well, the life is just a glimpse. It's a blink of an eye, pretty much. One day you're freaking 16, then you're 23, and another blink away, and suddenly you're freaking 60 or 40, and you're dead. Because of old age, you know? Klace is Willy Wonka confirmed. Oh my god, no way. Willy Wonka, make us chocolate. Give me chocolate. I want Chucky. I've got some Oreo Chucky, which is awesome. Something inside of me feels really weird. I can't tell if he's trying to be romantic or just a good friend. Yes, this is the best way to describe what I'm personally feeling right now. I am really confused on what he's trying to do. If he's trying to be a friendly person or a romantic guy. But when he speaks now, I don't feel that anxiety. I don't feel that anxiety, that hesitation. Just like when he blew that kiss to the crowd and put on the smile. There's something about this that feels like it could be an act too. Perhaps he's just trying to exit his comfort zone while he still can.
You learn a thing or two in this industry. How to charm people, make them want you. At least on stage. Off of it, I'm oblivious.
Alright.
But I've been thinking about the quantum leap. It might be my first and last chance to take part. Never been to a proper New Year's Eve bash.
Aww. Same, to be honest. I haven't been to a proper one in ages. But oh my god, this smile is so precious. The most precious smile out there. We're gonna steal it. Can we adopt Klace then? Can we adopt him, guys? We're gonna adopt him anyway. No matter what you say, we're just gonna adopt him. We just need to sign papers, you know? I romanced everyone cause it gave one Steam achievement each and one for romancing them all. Oh my god, you're so flamboyant. I freaking love that. He blushes and looks from side to side. Aw, he's embarrassed. Then the hand still remains on mine, a soft, gentle grip.
Would you consider being my date for the evening? Or at the very least, spend a midnight with me? There should still be enough for the others.
Alright, I will do my best. Thoughts of the potential night fly through my mind. 4 midnights and 4 of my new friends. Obviously, I don't think Chiron would be there. I remember Klace saying that he wasn't allowed to date. This probably isn't a serious offer, just some fun. Have you seen the artwork of IRL Klace for the song covers? I have not seen that. I personally wouldn't mind seeing it. It's probably freaking awesome. Like, come on, the guy made this game, or the person rather made this freaking game. Well, possibly not themselves, there is more on it, but still, the story, the direction it took, still awesome. You know, to make the most of the hiatus. Hiatus? I think for a moment before speaking. Dot. The triple dots, you gotta emphasize them, you know? It's a dot. It's a dot. Guys, it's a freaking dot. Alright, enough dots. Of course, I would love to be your date.
Maybe I'm not as oblivious oblivious as I thought then.
Romance Klace. Turn a friendship into something more. Pursue more than one romance.
A New
Let's
Year's
go.
Eve party? Perhaps even a kiss?
Oh, will you blow me kisses though, bubblegum?
Just a swig of something normal to help the rest go down. And for some reason, I think it's supposed to be with you. Never forget. Fish out of water, right? It seems only fitting.
It seems really fitting though. He starts messing with his scarf, looking like he's zoned out. Thank you very much, and yep, I received it. Thank you very much, Jupiter. Appreciate it.
That nothing gets in the way. When I think about Isaac and Chiron, I start to freak out. I mean, we wouldn't know we're in trouble until it's already too late.
That is true.
I even started to have some bad dreams about it. Embarrassing, I know. But good thing I have those gummies. A sound, dreamless sleep. Even suppresses my vision, too.
Oh my freaking god, that is so awesome. It is juicy but still thick for work to say the least. So you're saying it, I am allowed to show it on the stream, right? I'm not gonna do that just in case, but thank you very much then. Nonetheless, is it me or is Klace really quiet or is the music really loud? Like, all things considered, Klace is quite quiet compared to all other characters. And this is a bad approach, by the way. As much as I appreciate the fact that they have a way of dealing with visions, their anxiety and such, coping in such way is unhealthy for you because you develop an addiction over time. Like, this is awful. Every VA has their own kind of master volume. Do they? That's pretty peculiar, but it's also an ambiguous statement. In this moment, I'm confused if his vision is good or bad. Out of respect, I choose not to bring it up at this time.
By the way, were you gonna order anything? I'm gonna keep it light since we're coming back here tomorrow. I ate too much junk food on the plane anyways. Gotta cut back.
That's a good idea. I would rub your belly so freaking much. And your head. And your ears. I would just pat you everywhere. Boop. Gotta boop him, right? Imagine thinking like mic quality or distance to mic or background sound would affect that. Well, there's many things that affect sound, right? Because I can be really close and speak in the same tone. I can be closer and closer, or I can go further freaking away. And you can suddenly barely hear, well, not barely hear me, but hear me less. And then I can approach the microphone really close, right? And do it in whispering type of voice, because why not, right? Nonetheless, enough of freaking microphone theory, you know? Yeah, that is understandable. There's a lot going on when it comes to microphone and general microphone freaking shenanigans. I don't know what else to call it, because generally, microphone magic is personally quite hard for me, and I never fully understood it. But well, what can you do, right? You just gotta get used to it. And I still want to get a freaking ASMR setup at one point, because I do feel like I would have few ideas to make it, well, enticing. But we're coming back with... every single time I see this name, I want to read his name as Cryon. Not Chiron, a Cryon. Like, you know, he's a grey freaking crayon. Crayons. Oh my god, I love this old meme. But we're coming back with Cryon tomorrow for the first time. I would order something special. It was a momentous occasion after all. Crayons, yes, crayons. We love crayons, right, guys? We love them. The same way I freaking love you every single time you join. Oh my god. You make my day so freaking much better. Thank you very much, guys.
Well, I'd hate to come
And I hope I
ordering
can
anything
make
at
your
all.
day as well.
Maybe I'll just
Even
grab a
though
salad or something like
I'm
that.
awkward all the time. Me neither. I'm not streaming though. Well, I'm trying to figure things out though, you know, with streaming and such. And another thing out there is my own tone of voice. I got real issues when it comes to adjusting my voice in real life, because I kind of don't fully understand my voice, so to speak. I always feel like I'm too loud or too quiet. and I cannot really adjust myself, like physically, you know? Although, I gotta say one thing. Some people I know actually flattered me a lot by my voice, basically saying that my voice is deep enough and it reverberates nicely. Seem reasonable for hearing. That I am really glad to hear about, you know? Still, being flattered like that is nice. Like, imagine just somebody walking up to you and saying, "Hey, you got a nice deep voice. I like it and I would like to hear more of it." Because why not? Kind of reminds me of one line a friend of mine wanted me to say. Kind of like, ah, shit, I actually forgot what he wanted me to say. If you could read English, you would probably make a good narrator. Ah, yes. Chapter 1. No, freaking never. I would never do that. Well, narration was something I was going for at one point. I wanted to go into it, but let's just say I dropped it. Mainly because I am incredibly bad at reading, I would say. Even though it's getting better over time. Which is incredible, right? You gotta always progress in some things. And man, I still cannot believe I speak English for over 10 freaking years. I do not remember when the time went by. And I'm not a native speaker, by the way, which is wild to me. And, well, I can communicate with people in real life also speaking, which is also awesome. Mainly because I was able to meet some Welsh people and they kind of taught me their dialects, which, let me tell you, if a Welsh person comes up to you and starts speaking, you ain't gonna understand anything. Unless they are, I guess, Western Welsh? Well, no, Eastern Welsh. Although...
Let's throw that all out the window for New Year's Eve. We can let loose and make it a real party. Sound good?
It does sound
Life's
really
no
good.
fun without breaking the rules from time to time.
Well, we broke a lot of rules, to be honest. Sometimes I'm missing a German word and just use the English one instead. Oh, I've got the similar case to my own language sometimes, but I try to avoid using English while speaking my own language because it is unhealthy. It is a really unhealthy habit, and despite it showing you your proficiency in the language, it is something you should avoid and try to make yourself better at both languages simultaneously, right? You shouldn't be replacing German words with English and English words with German, right? That's just not logical, because somebody might just not understand you and suddenly you're at loss, because you might cause a misunderstanding. Happens to me with abstract concepts like possession, resolve, and determination. That is understandable, and one thing I would suggest you to resolve that is try to find synonyms. Because, actually no, not only find synonyms, but also describe the words in your own language, in your own head. So, for example, you have word determination, and you have to explain it without saying determination. What is determination? It is a strong feeling to finish something or do something, right? What is resolve? Resolve is a strong resolve. Okay, we're starting off with resolve because let's just imagine it as resolve dash explanation. Resolve is, okay? Resolve is a feeling of determination. Pretty much a very strong determination. And possession. Possession is something that you own, something that can be owned. The German words are possession is Leidenschaft, resolve is determination, basically both words. Passion, sorry. And passion is strong feeling that drives us forward. Okay, maybe that's a different weird example because all of those kind of are similar. Okay, maybe they are not synonyms. They are just words that kind of sound that kind of mean a like thing, but not necessarily the same thing. You know. Entschlossenheit. 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 Oh my god, that's a long word. Ugh. It's kind of worse than numbers, all things considered. Oh my god, I hate I'm sorry to say that, but I personally really dislike German numbers. They are incredibly long to read. Like, if I would want to just speak for hours and hours, I would just say 1176 in German. Which I forgot the number already, but I remember it being incredibly long. Like, I don't remember hundreds. I think it was like 165. So that would be 164? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm really not sure. My German is quite rough. Quite rough. It is really rough. It is really rough around the edges because I have not used it in ages. I nod. It sounds like a good idea to me. The longest legitimate word in German is Riedfläschet Kirrunk Super Wachn Gsub. Oh my god, no, I cannot. Don't try it. Oh my god, I did try it. I did try my best, and I got halfway into it. Überweisung. I mean, okay, one thing about German I learned long ago, and that actually sticks into my mind, is that it's not really a single word, it is combination of words. The best example I could give here is the nurse, Krankenschwester, which literally translates to sister of the sick, as far as I'm aware. Which makes sense here, right? It makes a lot of sense because Krankenschwester is a nurse. It's literally a sister of the sick. She takes care of the sick. Oh my god, I am sorry. I bumped the microphone. I hoped it didn't reverberate. And then you have Krankenschwester. Krankenwagen, which is the sick wagon. Well, the sick cart, or whatever. The thingy that the ambulance. Right? The freaking ambulance. Still, it is a single word that is composed of two separate words. Also, holy hell, I am incredibly sorry, YouTube people, for dragging it for so long and giving me a freaking German lesson at this point, along with chat, you know? I did not mean that. I really did not freaking mean that. I didn't mean to prolong it for so long. Nonetheless, let's go.
Maybe I'll even perform a song.
Hey, that would be freaking awesome. A live song by Klace.
Looks like it'll be a pretty big party.
It's basically a law to transfer the surveillance of labeling of cow meat. Gesetz, Überwachung, Etikettierung, Rindfleisch. Oh, I cannot. Oh my god, why are you bullying me? Just leave it. Okay, I will leave it. Don't bully me. Don't bully me like that. Freaking chat, why you do this to me? For some reason, I thought it would just be our little group. Especially since Klace requested some privacy during his stay. But it might be more effective to blend into a crowd, to be honest. Especially if Argus ever found out what we did. Meow, like a machine. Well, he is a machine pretty much. Only like a good 30% of Germans can speak correct German, and I'm not counting immigrants. Okay, I guess good enough for you. But as promised, well, it was not actually promised, so we